Real basketball fans, if I was to ask you to name me 10 of the best shooters that you know, most folks probably would say Larry Bird, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Reggie Miller, Peja Stojakovic, Kyle Korver, Mitch Richmond, Ray Allen, Damian Lillard, Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Durant, James Harden. But you see this guy on your screen? He was one of the best pure shooters of all time, and I hardly ever hear his name mentioned. You know, from the words of Michael Jordan, he said this guy is the best pure shooter he ever seen. His name, Brian Winters, a New York native. Man, this guy possessed a high IQ and a precise textbook jumper. Let's talk about his high school days though, where he attended Archbishop. After that, he attended South Carolina Gamecocks, where he was teammates with Mike Dunleavy and Alex English. And as a senior, he led the team in scoring with 20 points per game on 50% shooting from the field. You know the NBA had to come calling after that. And in 1974, with the 12th pick, he was drafted by the Lakers. Right after the logo retired Jerry West. You know, he was a backup to shooting guard Gail Goodrich. As a rookie, he gave you 12 points per game. The Lakers wanted a star, so in the offseason, they traded for one. And they went and got the biggest of them all, the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know, after he demanded a trade from the Bucks, they traded Winters and a couple of more players for Kareem. You know, as soon as he went to the Bucks, he became the second leading scorer with 18 points per game, while dishing out 5 assists. The man was cold. You know, he even led the Bucks as the 5th seed in the playoffs. He showed up and he showed out. In the playoffs that year, he led everyone, and I do mean everyone, with 27 points per game and 5 assists. And he led everyone with 63% shooting from the field. Him and Marquez Johnson was a problem. That Bucks team was stacked. You know, once the heavy hitters started to come, he started to slip down in the rotation. You know, he went from being the second leading scorer to like the 3rd or 4th, because that Bucks team was stacked. They had Sidney Moncrief, they had Marquez Johnson, you know, they had Junior Bridgman. Later they had Bob Lanier. That's all heavy hitters, you know what I'm saying? He accepted his role and he did his thing. You know, he had a lot of good games, 50-point games. He had a game where he dished out 18 assists. Dude was legit, man. He was a problem. He never won a chip because he faced great teams. He faced the Phoenix Suns, who had Walter Davis and a few other guys. The 76ers with Moses Malone, Bobby Jones, and Andrew Toney. He faced the Nuggets, who had Issel and David Thompson. He faced the Celtics, Larry Bird them. And he faced the Sonics, who had the late, great Gus Williams, Dennis Johnson. Them boys was stacked, man. You know what I'm saying? Them teams are all full of Hall of Famers. He played 9 years in the NBA, was a 2-time All-Star. Over his career, he averaged 16 points per game. His jersey is retired with the Bucks. Man, this boy was cold, man. Anywhere on the court, he would let that thing go. Swagged up out there. Look at him, man. I call him the poor man version of Larry Bird because he was nice. Textbook. Just look how he go to work, man. He was cold on that baseline. You let him get that baseline, it was over with. Nice from the free throw line. He just was cold all around the board, man. Good passer. Just look at him. All these shots are contested, and he knocking them down, man. Real talk. He had an okay handle, too. You know what I'm saying? Good team guy, though, you know. 4 out of them 9 years, he gave you 18, 19 points. And he was very consistent, durable, too. You know, later in his career, injuries started to pile up. You know, but this guy was nice, man. Not that many people know about this guy. He was cold. I think if he would have had more playoff success, I think his name would be known. You know, folks would know about this guy. But he was cold. Just look at him go to work, man. Everything contested. He went and got it the hard way, you know what I'm saying? Just smooth with it. He was so good of a shooter that CBS put him on TV and he played horse against Fred Brown. Downtown Freddie Brown. Got a video on him, you know, check it out. Brian Winters was legit, man. Real talk, check him out. Made dude fall right there. I know you seen it. Yeah, sneaky handle. He was nice with it. Check him out. Gotcha. Swag out. Remind you of Larry Bird all day. He was nice with it, man. The forgotten shooter, man. Real talk. I'll take this guy over a lot of them guys I name. You know what I'm talking about? Man, homie played when defense was played. You know what I'm saying? You had to be a beast back then. Tough. Going up against all the bros. Yeah, you had to have game to stick. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. Huh? Yeah, that was nice right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was legit, man. Real talk. If he would have stayed with the Lakers, folks would know about this guy. But they had to trade him to get Kareem. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that gonna go unnoticed, like a lot of guys that don't get their respect and due, homie played when a three-point line didn't exist. So imagine if he played with that three-point line, his numbers would be way better than what they are. You know what I'm saying? He was just nice though, man. Just textbook, beautiful touch. All the way back to his days at South Carolina, man. Dude was nice. Just look at him. He had a nice floater too. Just cold with it. Look at him, man. Smooth, bro. Dude was ahead of his time. Anytime MJ stamp you, you got my respect. Real talk. I know MJ probably wish he could have got him to play with him. But shit, that would be for his time though. You know what I'm talking about? Dude was cold, bro. All nylon. Ain't nothing rolling in. All nylon, baby. He was nice. Just check him out. Quick with it. Oh, that was nice right there. Brian Winters, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best pure shooters you never heard of. Folks thought he was slow. Man, homie had a nice little speed to him. He could get to where he needed to get to. Look at him come off them things, man. Nice with it. Just beautiful. Hard to block his shot. Boy, pulling that thing like Larry Bird, man. I would like to see him and Larry Bird go at it in the shooting contest. Real talk. Left hand layup on the break. Smooth. Brian Winters, ladies and gentlemen.